Hey there, game lovers, ready to dive into the fascinating world of ancient board games? Did you know board games are like really old? We're talking thousands of years old. We're talking ancient history here, folks. Imagine a bunch of Egyptians hanging out playing board games after a hard day of building pyramids. Talk about teamwork. They were probably strategizing and having fun just like we do today. We have proof, people. Archaeologists have dug up ancient game boards all over the place. They found them in tombs, temples, you name it. These discoveries give us a glimpse into the daily lives of ancient civilizations. It seems like everyone was playing these games, from kings and queens to, well, regular folks like us. Board games were a universal pastime, bridging social classes and bringing people together. One of the oldest games we know about is called Senet. It's from Egypt, around 3500 BC. That's older than sliced bread. Senet was not just a game, it had religious and cultural significance too. We don't know all the rules of Senet, but we do know it involves sticks, counters, and probably a lot of yelling. Sounds familiar, right? Just like modern game nights, it was likely a mix of fun and competition. So next time you're glued to a game of Monopoly, remember, board games have been bringing people together and driving them crazy for a very, very long time. It's a tradition that spans millennia, connecting us to our ancient ancestors. Let's talk more about these ancient games, shall we? They might be old, but they still have the power to make us rage just like modern games. Senet wasn't the only game in town. It was one of the most popular, but there were others that captured the imagination of ancient players. There was Mehen, another Egyptian game that looked like a coiled-up snake. This game was as intriguing as it was challenging with its unique spiral design. And let's not forget the royal game of Ur from ancient Mesopotamia. This game has been found in royal tombs, indicating its importance. It was like the backgammon of its day, but with more dice and probably more shouting. Imagine the tension and excitement as players rolled the dice. These games weren't just for fun though, they were symbolic, man. They often had deep meanings and were tied to religious or cultural beliefs. Senet, for example, was thought to represent the journey of the soul to the afterlife. Winning the game could mean a successful journey to the afterlife, so no pressure or anything, but your game pieces were literally your soul. Losing a piece could be seen as a bad omen. The funny thing is, even though these games are ancient, they're still relatable today. The thrill of competition and the agony of defeat are universal. We've all been there, right? Rolling the dice, hoping for the best, and then BAM! The outcome can change in an instant. Your opponent lands on your best property, steals all your money, and laughs in your face. The frustration is timeless. Some things never change, huh? The essence of these games, the joy and the rage, remains the same across millennia. Now let's travel the world, shall we? Every culture has its own unique board games, and some of them are downright strange. Take Fox and Geese, for example. It's a game of strategy, kind of like checkers, but with one player as a fox trying to gobble up the other player's geese. Brutal. Then there's Nefertafel, a Viking game that sounds like it could conquer the world. It's a war game with one player defending a king piece from a horde of attackers. Sounds intense, right? Maybe we should stick to Scrabble, but the point is, board games show us how creative and competitive humans are, no matter where they come from. We love a good challenge, a bit of strategy, and maybe a little bit of trash talk on the side. Section 4. Modern mayhem board games still surprise us. Fast forward a few thousand years, and what's changed? Quite a lot, actually. We still love board games. They bring us together, creating moments of joy and connection. Sure, they've evolved a bit since the days of Senet, but the essence remains the same. Now we have games about everything from building railroads to surviving a zombie apocalypse. The themes are endless. We've got cooperative games where everyone works together, and then there's Monopoly, a classic. Let's be honest, Monopoly is basically a test of friendship, right? It can get pretty intense, but that's part of what makes board games so great. They create unforgettable memories. They bring out all sorts of emotions, from joy and laughter to, well, maybe a little bit of rage. It's all part of the fun. The best part is, there's always something new to discover. New games, new strategies, new experiences. The world of board games is constantly evolving, with new games and expansions coming out all the time. It's an ever-growing universe. It's a beautiful, chaotic, and endlessly entertaining world out there, folks. Dive in and enjoy the adventure. Section 5, Board Games Bringing People Together for Millennia. So, there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour through the hilarious history of board games. From ancient Egypt to your kitchen table, these games have been bringing people together for ages. They make us think, they make us laugh, and they remind us that sometimes the simplest things in life are the most fun. So next time you're looking for a good time, grab some friends, dust off a board game, and get ready for some serious fun and maybe a little bit of competitive yelling. You never know, you might even learn something about yourself along the way. Just kidding, you'll probably just win.